Okay, kids, it's salty rant time. You want to hear it? Okay, you're gonna hear it anyway, regardless of what you fucking want. And yeah, I look like a train wreck. Whoop-de-doo. I really do. I look like, oh my god, a muskrat attacked me, but that's what happens when you go through more bullshit than is humanly right for someone to actually be put through because of other people. Anyway, and because of their fuck ups. Never, you know what? Never mind. Anyway, the point of this video is dun 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 Charizard, and why it pisses me off that people have the audacity to even say it shouldn't be OU. Oh, it shouldn't be. Really? Okay. Let's go over a few facts here. Mega Charizard X gains a phenomenal defensive typing. He's weak to rock, ground, and dragon. Not even weak to ice because part fire. Not weak to fairy. Oh, I got the fire type and sun, so I'm neutral. Eat it. And then, let's see. He's a juggernaut. A +1 Dragon Claw annihilates the shit out of Rotom-Wash. One of the best physical defensive stops like Talonflame, Aegis, I don't care how the hell you say it. I don't give a rat's ass. You know what? I don't care. Someone correct. I don't give a shit. It's late. I don't care. Unless you're Shadow Ball variant Joey runs, I don't know. And yeah. So basically, I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah. So that's that. Now Zard X is very good, mind you. Like I just went over. Zard Y is obscene. Now, if Zard X is good, Zard Y is on crack. Because Zard Y hits like the equivalent of 20 supernovas. Or about 10,000 exploding meteorites. The thing has 159 base special attack, drought, and stab fire moves in said drought. Can you say you're fried like a freaking chicken? Can you say that? Because you are. You're worse than Blaziken stir-fried 10 times over. But really, Pokemon puns and stupid jokes aside, Zard Y is dumb, asinine, stupid, redonkulous, crazy, nuts, insanity. Zard Y is cooped. Okay? 159 special attack. Decent enough Spec D that with the Sun Boost it can take a water move or two from a bulky water like Slowbro, a Slowking, whatever the hell am I, Lodic, a random Ludicolo, some shit like that. It's just, it's crazy. And, you gotta excuse me, if I keep looking up, I was waiting for a message on Facebook about something. So if I look up at all, my apologies during this video. I'm being a bit unprofessional, but deal with it in therapy, kids. Yeah. Or deal with it somehow. I don't know. But yeah, I'm being a bit unprofessional, but it's late, and I'm just kind of making this because they get me very salty. The fact that Zard is so good, and people are just like demeaning him like this, putting him saying, oh no, you should be UU. Because it's 4 times weak to Stealth Rock. No. That's why Rapid Spin and Defog exist. The moves exist for a freaking reason, for stuff like that in Volcarona. Why do people think Volcarona is still OU? Jesus, considering it's fully stopped by Tran. Oh! Wait for it. Wait, what's that? Is it the phone ringing? Oh yeah, it is. Because I called it, just like everyone else called it, that Genesect would be banned because Smogon's afraid of overpowered things. It's not that freaking strong, people. It's really not. Tran just decimates it, just obliterates. Talonflame takes anything but a Thunderbolt. I legitimately do not understand. Volcarona takes anything but a boosted Thunderbolt with a crit. Like, or a Flamethrower in the sun. Like, so seriously. And Zard Y hits harder than Heatran does. It hits almost as hard as Specs Tran does. That's disturbing. Okay? Now, for people who use Specs Tran in 4th Gen, 5th Gen, you know what the hell I'm talking about. Specs Tran's not something you screw with. You kill it very fast with a ground attack if you value your Pokemon. That's what you do. You kill it immediately. With water, with ground, with fighting. I don't care what you do it with. I don't care you punch it in the face with Terrakion. I don't give a damn. You do not let it exist and Fire Blast everything. That's what you don't do. And Zard Y has Stab in the sun, 159 special attack. That's 1 point below 160. That's bonkers. Okay? Ratspin and Defog exist. And again, Fortress, who's quad weak to fire, is one of the best partners with him. Zard Y take a fire move, eat it in the sun. 4, can eat up water moves in the sun pretty much almost all day, as long as they're not really strong hydro pumps, like from Specs something or whatever. Specs, I don't friggin' know what they use in OU. Specs, man, if he doesn't get hydro pump, I don't even know. Something with choice specs or Rotom, I don't know. There you go. Random example is random. In all seriousness, it's like, what the fuck, guys, really? So, and then obviously, 4 can eat Tracheon for breakfast with Gyro Ball, who threatens Ardwai severely. It eats up basically all Ardwai's weaknesses, save for I don't really know what. Save for electric. Strong electric moves will still give you trouble, like Thunderbolts and stuff, so you gotta be careful with that. And speak of that, that's the only thing that really stops Ardwai. Assault Vest Guja, with lots of Spec D investment. There are very few things, and that's what the other thing people don't get is, you think you're going to switch a Rotom Wash to a Fire Blast in the sun? No, you're not. If you're physically defensive, no, you're not, because you're out of your mind. And you'll end up being plummeted, like down below somewhere. You'll be in hell. You won't be around to see the Zardwai kill your entire team with flames and with beams and with dragon pulses and whatnot. Because Rotom Wash is not a check, kids, as a lot of people say. As Gator and Pokemon say, that's not a check, friend. It's not a check. It's no, not in the sun. No, at all. Especially when you have an instant solar beam. Assault Vest Goodra with Sap Sipper. Particularly Goodra with Rock Slide. That will decimate him. Forget it, because Goodra's move pool, as everyone knows. Let's see. Aqua Tail, Power Whip, Rock Slide, Earthquake, Outrage, Fire Blast, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Muddy Water, Dragon Pulse, Draco Meteor, Focus Blast. I think I made my point. That's about 11 or 12 viable moves right there. Can you say 4 move slot syndrome? Because I can. Okay. All right. There you go. Or Thunderbolt if you have no intestinal fortitude whatsoever and you don't want to miss. But seriously, you want to one-hit KO it, use Rock Slide. It will die. It will go. Bye. Yeah. Or the other one who's much more obscure, and it pisses me off it's obscure. Dragalge. Dragalge. I don't know how they say it. Dragalge's amazing. People do not give it enough love. What the hell is it going to do to Zard? What the hell is Zardwai going to do to it? Hit it with Earthquake if it even has it? If you do, you're dumb, because most Heat ran around a balloon. And then if they're floating above your Earthquake, it's not going to work too well. And then, basically speaking, you'll get smacked with Ancient Power, because I've seen trans with that now just hit Talonflame. Meaning, you're going to get slammed, Zardwai. Dead. That's why Focus Miss, as much as people complain and bitch about it, missing, because it does miss all the goddamn time. I should know I was in... Wait. That wasn't that bad. I didn't have... Never mind. I'm thinking of something else, everyone. My apologies. But yeah. So basically, you need Focus Miss. You need Solar Beam, you need a Fire move, and then you need a Dragon Pulse or Air Slash. Some people run Roost, and that makes no damn sense. Zardwai has, like, no physical defense capability whatsoever. Special defense is decent, but it's not going to take tremendous, tumultuous hits and be, like, punched over and over and actually take it. It's not. It's still a Charizard, for God's sake. It's not like, oh, me Hippowdon, me take every hit in the world. No, it's not freaking Hippo. Hippo's bonkersly bulky. It's dumb. But yeah, Dragalge, back to that, is very good at checking Zardwai completely. Because with Assault Vest, with Thunderbolt, you're going to 2-hit KO it most likely if it doesn't have investment. And guess what? You win! Because Zardwai's gone, and you don't have to deal with the threat. But yeah, that was only one of the points of this video. I mean, the fact that anyone who ever says that, think twice. Seriously, it belongs in OU, trust me. Zardwai and UU would kill half the tier itself. Maybe more. It'd probably kill 80% of the tier itself. End of story. Very much so. Now, other part of this is, lately, I mean, a few years ago I dealt with this. Now, it's people, and I can't phrase this right. I never can, never will be able to. People who are almost afraid to be like themselves, or afraid to like express themselves. I can't say this correctly. It's very hard to get it coherently, like, out of my mouth. It's like they like almost crawl inside of themselves, so to speak, and they just don't want to like come out. They're like no. They're like, they don't want to almost face the world, face people. I think that's what I'm thinking of, because again, I knew a friend of mine in high school. We were in rival high school lacrosse teams, and he did in before Laxbro comments. I get one of those, it's deleted. Don't even freaking start with me. I had enough of that a few years ago. I don't want to listen to it. It's stupid, asinine. Plus our team sucked. Yes, we were terrible. Just whatever. Yeah, ha ha ha, ha. Laugh all your asses off. We really were. Mostly because of well, our middies had no clue. Our offense was only decent, and the defenders, I was decent at defending, and this other kid was pretty decent. And then we had one other guy who was actually okay. The other two who subbed in and out were terrible. That's a lot of reason we lost. We were fucking horrendous. And I don't know if they got any better. I should check my old high school stuff. But yeah, so it's like people like that mystify me. I mean, I probably started thinking of that because, as I said, I dealt with it a few years ago. Like this guy would tell his brother stuff, he'd tell me stuff, but he wouldn't tell his parents stuff. He's like afraid almost. It was very odd. Not odd necessarily when you're a teenager, but at the same time, like I told him, I'm like, why don't you trust me? Like, just tell. And he did eventually tell me certain things. I'm just like, okay. So it's like, you gotta learn it. People gotta learn to trust other people a little bit, like, and learn to actually believe in them and believe them, like, and that was why it was weird. But I get as a teenager that can be hard, like, and that was why back then. I mean, we were both what? We were both 18, so it was hard, like, hard as hell. I mean, I know it's hard to trust people at a lot of ages these days. This world is just not. But if you find one or two trustworthy people, you hang on to them for dear freaking life, because whatever flaws they may have, whoever they may are, however they may be, you gotta, hang on to them. You can't, like, that's why I'm like, just tell, like, it was very odd. Like, I can't really describe it, and I don't really want to in this video. It's not really a good idea, although I think I described it in a previous video, and it's just, the guy was not comfortable. It's like that. You crawl inside yourself. I'm struggling to explain it. Like, I'm really struggling to explain it. And sorry, I was checking a Facebook message. Wow. He really cares. Go figure. Random stuff. Random tangents. My apologies. I'm just a lot of bullshit going on. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So basically, yeah, it's just people that almost sort of like compress like this. They just like, I don't get that logic. I don't get it. If there's something to get out, then, get it out. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I was much more, although then again, when we were both 18, I was a lot more like, I would say almost anything. I was fairly, I didn't mind, speaking my mind, saying whatever. I didn't mind that. That's just kind of how, But this kid also, he also, like, his parents were out of town constantly, yada yada yada. So there's a myriad of other issues there, and for those who don't know enough vocabulary, which if you don't know what myriad means and you're even above like sophomore in high school, you're kind of pathetic. Myriad's like a bunch. There's a bunch of other reasons there that, like, I'm sure that contribute. The nature versus nurture. I'm not getting the whole psychology of all this. It's a little much for overload people's brains. But yeah, it's odd to me. I mean, again, his parents are out of town. I get that, and it's hard to be connected if, they're out of town, if they're, I don't know, out of town, if they're, like, fighting, if they're, like, whatever. I understand that, if they're even divorced. I don't know. But it's just, I can't explain it. It doesn't, and lately, I've noticed a lot of that in the world, like, lately. It's just very odd to me that I've noticed shit like that happen, and it's just kind of annoying. It's kind of weird. But to not trust and almost, like, that was why back then, I mean, I don't think his brother understood it, and that's his brother. He knew him, like, all 18 years, because his brother's 2 years older than him, so he knew him, like, and I'm like, holy shit, and you don't even know what's wrong with your brother? Well done, sir, well done. You clearly are very intelligent. My sarcastic nonsense aside, considering, yeah, I'm surprised with me. He will be sarcastic this time of night. But yeah, it's just really odd. So it's something that bothers me. Like, I don't know. People just like crawl inside and almost like say, no, I don't want the world to be in. It's odd. It's almost like they're like afraid of themselves, afraid of something. I can't explain it. And I don't know, maybe I'm sure people watching this will explain a hell of a lot better than I will, and will know it in their head better than I'm saying it, because again, I had a very early day today, so I'm kind of talking out my ass. I don't really, sort of more babbling. But yeah, it's like, it's just like that. It's like, people just want to, like, whoa. Whoa. Oh my God. That's just, wow. Okay, I gotta stop recording because I just read something. I'm close to tears. Okay. Anyway, wow. That, Jesus. Guy barely knows me. Like, what the fuck? That's amazing. Anyway, yeah. What am I? Yeah. But yeah, people like that, it's just, I just don't get it for the life of me. But maybe it's just, again, you know, it's almost like not, you know, let the world, I say like, oh my god, I just gotta like, it's weird. It's like they're afraid of something or they're, I don't know. So anyway, but yeah, like my bud was back then. I don't understand, but whatever. Anyway, guys, yeah. Actually, a friend of mine's got like that too, but he was ex-military, so that makes sense. He had PTSD. That's fine. You can be a little bit like timid. I understand that. That shit's bad. Anyone who knows anyone ex-military, help them any way you can, because that's messed up shit. Some of the stuff they come back with, and I'm not laughing out of laughing. I'm laughing out of, I don't know. I can handle stuff like that. Oh my god. Nope. Anyway, guys. But yeah, they're tough. I'll tell you. Anyway. Yeah. So, like I said. Oh, and later next week, if I'm not, you know, studying or whatever, probably making a new deck, like I said. I'll be uploading it finally, a dragon deck of sorts, with Gondora over here, maybe as one of the figurehead cards. But yeah, I'm going to go read this very, wow. Oh my god. Okay, well, I just read one of the most touching metaphors I think I've ever read in, like, months, maybe years. Okay, yeah, this is MD865, and, I am out of here, so that will be that, and I will sign out. If I can ever end a video right, it would be a Christmas miracle in March. Yes. Like I said, look forward to this. Because dragons, I will get very enthused because dragons are some of my favorite critters in Yu-Gi-Oh! But yes, anyway, guys, I am out of here. Goodbye.